Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. So excited to be hanging here on International Women's Day with two amazing women, the wonderful Steph, the Alter Nerd, and CEO of now the woman-owned business, Hush. So happy to have Molly pop back. You may remember her from our Vegas shenanigans, where her company now changed the name to Hush. I like the name way better. It's now known as Hush. So happy to have you both here because we're going to talk about one of the most empowering women out there who's gone through so much, and she is now. There's a report out there that she's been urged to join OnlyFans. Now, she's been urged by this woman, Kerry Katona, and because Britney has been posting a lot of freeing images on her Instagram. If you go to her Instagram post, she is not at all afraid to just bear it all. She's explained how this has sort of really helped her in her recovery from all the she's been through with her family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, even as recently as I think she did, today, she's back. And again, look, this is turning off some users, I guess, because they're like, oh my God, put your clothes on. But I think it's sort of Britney sort of just finally not caring anymore. And she's expressed how she's been so unable to just be herself, use her voice, be in her own body. And whenever I see her doing this, look, yeah, she looks great. Not going to lie. I don't want to be creepy, but yeah, she looks great. More power, Queen Britney. But I also see it from a therapeutic standpoint where I feel like it's really helping her overcome this. And so anyway, a lot of people have been noticing this, and it's kind of a silly story. I doubt she'd do it, but I thought, you know what? We know somebody in this industry. Molly runs Hush, which is like a crypto-based version of OnlyFans, and I thought this could be an interesting conversation to break down. Is this empowering for women? Should she do this? Could she make a lot of money, either accept it or give it to charity in just posting some of these posts of her just posing artistically and having fans come and get them or selling NFTs, etc. I want to start with you, Steph, as the an expert. Like, when you see this headline, what is your initial reaction seeing Britney being invited in this site? Do you think it's something she actually could consider and not be shamed by?
Would she consider it? Probably not. She don't need the money, really, at the end of the day. But the only thing that I could think of where she might consider doing something similar is for the reason just to knock off Team Con and a big, massive middle finger up to them and be like, you tried to control me. Do you know what? I'm proper free right now to do what the hell I want to do with my body. You literally controlled my body to the absolute nth degree, to the point where you made me put in an IUD, this, that, and the other. Do you know what? Middle finger to you all. I'm going to do something about it. Maybe not on OnlyFans, but maybe something very smaller as a middle finger. But hey, at the end of the day, she's doing that pretty much right now with her Instagram. And a lot of people are, like you say, are turned off by it. But at the end of the day, let's put it this way: we fought so hard as a Free Britney movement for her to get a freedom. She's now got that freedom, and you're turning around and saying she shouldn't be putting up any pictures on her own Instagram of her own body that she is now free to do. Like, hello. The hypocrisy. Doesn't anyone smell that? So, would she do OnlyFans? No. But the only scenario where I think she'd do something similar is, like I say, a big, massive middle finger to Team Con.
Well, I agree with everything you said. I don't think she's going to do it, just so we're clear once she's there. But I wanted to bring Molly in because, I don't know, Molly, there's part of me that thinks it's a lot more money than probably people realize that she could make if she actually did this. And granted, she does. You're right. Even the amount she could, still, who thinks you don't need to get it? But I'm curious where your head is in this, because she's already putting it out there. It's not like she's embarrassed by it. If she could even put this towards a charity for victims or something as she's putting these posts out, that's where my head goes. Of like, she's not bashful, right? She doesn't have to like bear more on some of these sites. Like, she could be selling these as NFTs or other sort of similar series that Instagram pulls without the worry of censorship, and she'd probably get so many people either subscribing or donating or whatever it is. I'm curious, from your perspective, how much money do you think a celebrity of this stature could get on a site like that without even having to bear it all?
obscene amounts, absolutely obscene amounts, without question. And a lot of it wouldn't just be because people want to, see Britney naked or this and that. It would be because they support her in what she's doing, in her freedom, in her ability to literally, like she said, just give the middle finger to everyone that's tried to keep her down. That's the reason that we built the site we built. We want people to have the ability to say, content creators, to say, we don't need to listen to credit card companies or fat middle-aged men CEOs who run these porn companies that tell us what we can and can't post. Her entire life has been that, and it's obscene that they've done that to her. So I think turning around and saying, I'm going to put out this content that I'm completely comfortable with, and damn well she should be. There's no reason that she should feel in any way embarrassed about how she wants to live her life. Putting out partial nudes is the last thing in the world that I think anyone should feel upset about. It's what she wants to do.
Right, especially upset about given all that she's been through and what they've put her through. The fact that we're even like anybody's, oh my God, it's like, dude, do you not understand what she's been through? And also, I know I didn't say it on this clip version, she had dental surgery. So guys, please don't make fun in the comments. I appreciate that she's here talking through it. So kudos to you, but be nice because someone will be like, oh, I guess I was mean. So thank you for talking through the pain. But yeah, I mean, obscene amounts. I'm not crazy.
Absolutely obscene amounts. I mean, we have, performers who are unknown performers, completely, no fan base whatsoever, and they make tens of thousands. So to think that someone of her stature, she could make obscene amounts, and to give it to charity would be an awesome thing. I think that's something that Britney would actually do. My company was prepared to offer her $1 million to come and do some streaming with us with any variety that she wanted, sexual or otherwise. So there's that.
Wow, did you hear that? They just gave her $1 million offer straight on our platform. That's insane.
Absolutely did. We will give her $1 million to any charity of her choice, or to her if she wants it. I don't care what she wants to do with it.
Yeah, reach out. So, but yeah, I mean that's the reality because it's not even just OnlyFans. There's opportunities with NFTs, etc., that she could be minting these out. And again, where I'm going is like, yeah, she doesn't need the money, Steph. I agree, but she could make a lot of money potentially, and then put it towards a foundation or something else as part of it. That it's like, why not just why not take the extra dough? You know what I mean? Like, there's a part of me that thinks that could be an interesting way to do some good.
And that's what it is. It's her choice. If she wants to do it, great. And if she doesn't, that's fine too. The point is that she has the option to make her own individual choices. And that's really what's important at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, this Kerry Katona, who's mentioned, she should go on to OnlyFans. Just to give you a little bit of a background of who she is. She used to be a singer in a well-known UK pop band, Atomic Kitten. She moved into reality TV. She had troubles at that point. Went through bankruptcy. Decided in recent times to go on OnlyFans, and literally now. She is now back to being a millionaire out of bankruptcy because of OnlyFans. Yeah. So, Kerry Katona, she knows what she's talking about when she's saying, like, Britney Spears, get your backside onto OnlyFans. You'll make an absolute freaking fortune. You're giving these semi-nudes pictures for freaking free on Instagram. You want to monetize off of it? Get on OnlyFans. You might be missing a trick. Send the money to charity. Keep it for yourself. Whatever, But it's there's definitely like a lucrative kind of pathway that you could actually go down if you wanted to do it. So yeah, but at the end of the day, whatever Britney Spears chooses to do, I'll respect her and back her all the way as part of the Britney army. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's a good question. We have a lot of women watching. I'm curious. I'm going to put a poll. Would you respect Britney for doing this? Would you lose any respect? Any respect for Britney joining an OnlyFans? I'm curious. Will people now? You can vote anonymously. Would you be like, yeah, no, she should definitely no, that'd be gross, or you're like, hey, it's her body, her choice. She can do what she wants with it, charity, whatever have you. You guys can take that vote. But yes, thank you for clarifying that, Steph. OnlyFans has not made an offer. It sounds like only Hush has made an offer so far. So good on them, and they just offered $1 million for her to do that. And I'm sure there's probably options for even more if she was really willing to have those negotiations to figure out how could she mint off something or do something in a way, whether it's auctioning or things.
That's just our offer personally. I can tell you right now, the amount of money that she would get from using the platform would make that look like chump change.
Right, that's just a minimum. That's a minimum offer,
Yeah.
which again, if she set up some sort of foundation through you guys, I think it'd be amazing. But just, I want to explain what you guys are just so people understand where you come from,
Sure.
Molly. But just quickly, she wasn't offered by OnlyFans. It was, thank you, Steph, Kerry Katona, who's like I guess, a 41-year-old mom of 5. Who is a performer on OnlyFans that has become a millionaire thanks to that platform. She's bought a Lamborghini. So she says, is there a photo? Yeah. Here she is. This is her. And so good on her. I mean, bravo. She's become a millionaire posting stuff on there. And people are able to do that. Good for her. Support her family. And it says it has a lot of sexy pictures similar to stuff I've done before in magazines, but new. It's made me a millionaire again. It's been amazing for my career. I haven't stopped working. When I first did it, I said to the kids, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go topless. If anyone has problems, let me know. Our Lily said she wasn't happy about it and said, wait until the money comes in and see how you feel then. And once the money did start coming in, they all had iPads and no problems. I brought myself a Lamborghini Urus 2, which comes in March. So there you go. And that's that's the reality of a lot of these platforms is you don't even really it's not like it's you have to go all the way. You can sort of do what you're comfortable with and make the content you want. And the stuff that she's posting, she could just put it without the diamond and that would suffice. That's what's just interesting to me.
Put
Why
it with the diamond, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she can keep the diamond. Thank you. Right, but that's what's just interesting. In fact, it's like this content she's putting out for free, she could monetize hugely. And if she doesn't want to monetize it hugely, fine. But then, set it up for something else that's worthy of what you want, just to get extra ancillary revenue coming in for get these people to pay, whether it's women or people who want to look, whatever. It's all going to a good cause, win-win in my opinion. But I do. People were asking, what is Hush? So again, here's Hush. I can't click on some of the other sites because it does get sometimes a little bit more. Yeah. But it's Hush. Hush again, not safe for work. It will give you a warning. But it's what hushlive.com is the site they can go to see sort of their camp.
Hush Live is our live streaming site, yes, and subscription site.
Got it. So just so people understand, what is Hush? It's a crypto-based sort of fans.
It's a crypto-based adult platform. So we have live streaming. We have subscription-based service, which is similar to OnlyFans. It incorporates into the live streaming if you want it to, or it can be a standalone. We're working on creating our physical marketplace right now, where people can buy things that are, racy toys, pieces of clothing that a star has used, or even something as simple as like a signed photograph or private time with that star, one-on-one, video things of that nature. And we are also expanding currently. We're in the process of kind of starting to reach out our feelers into non-sexual avenues for Twitch streamers and people who are interested in coming in and just not being censored constantly. There's so many female Twitch streamers who, God forbid, a bra strap has showed during a stream and then they're screwed and millions of followers gone just like that, which is absolutely absurd and unacceptable. So we say, come here, stream with us, and stream what you want. It can be absolutely whatever it is that you want because you're the dictator of your life. No one else should be telling you what you can and cannot monetize.
Yeah, that's why I liked you guys. I know I got some flack for Andy. How could you? But look, I mean, hey, it's all whatever. These people are good people. They also sponsored us, which bravo to them for when they did that back in the past. Full disclosure, they're not sponsoring here, but I'm happy to promote just because it's relevant, and I'm grateful for you, Molly, coming on, sort of offering your expertise. Because look, we shouldn't stigmatize this type of work. It's not hurting anybody, and people can do what they want, and especially for women out there to empower themselves and take better control and not have to be censored and have, I like what also about your site is talent always connects with you. Like there's a woman running this that can sort of talk to them and help them through the process to make sure that that's going through. So I've had no bad
several other creators and adult, previous and current adult content creators who are on our staff and work with us and work directly with anyone that's coming to work as a creator for our company. So you will always have people who not only have your best interest at heart, but have the experience to assist you through the journey if it's something that you decide that you want to do. So that too.
I think you had something beyond even just the adult stuff. Exactly. There's so much censorship. Like we need, having I think I've always said it to you guys, and I believe it. And I'm hopefully we can continue the relationships. But yeah, creating other platforms where we can not be censored is so needed more than ever. And so I'm glad to hear you guys are working on those points. We will definitely have to keep staying in touch to figure out how this can grow. But crypto, obviously huge. You guys have taught me a lot about crypto, and I've been learning it. I am no expert. Don't listen to than me, but I'm just saying I do believe there's, a lot of people say, oh, it's up and down, but that's sort of the point. And I do think it's going to keep going up. So
it can be. It can be. But it can also be stable. We talked about that before.
It can, right. But there's so much to learn about it. I understand why some are hesitant, but it's something I feel like people do need to start educating themselves on more and getting invested in, because there's definitely a future there. It's going to only increase. And I think it's really smart to do a content that is crypto based with non-censorship. I mean, those are the good buzzwords right now, Steph. I'm telling you, that's a company I'm betting on.
And the number one most important thing for content creators, and I feel it's always necessary to bring this up, but with our company, not only are you free to post the content that you want to post, because that's the way it should be, but you get to keep your money. We're not making our money off of you. You keep your money. So we're not taking 20% like OnlyFans. We don't need to, because we're making our money from the actual products that we're putting out. We don't need to take from content creators. It is never necessary, and we don't do it. So stop paying taxes to people that you don't need to pay them to.
Amen.
This is like music to my ears, like a legitimate potential alternative for like a creator like myself. That's
here for you.
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, women do what they want to do, right?
Yeah.
You've got control over your bodies. Freedom is freedom. Do you. I'll never judge. If anything, I'm like, well done, lasses. Well done. But for you to turn around and say you're also looking at creating another avenue for like creators like myself and let's say Andy, whereby we're not in that scene because it's not what we're interested in producing content-wise, but we can produce our own content that we do on your platform and not have to be worried about the YouTube overlord kind of censorship, because oh my goodness, that is a daily freaking battle, believe me. And we get to keep more of the money. We're not taxed. We don't have the YouTube tax. Oh my goodness.
It is
where do I sign up?
Well, listen, we should talk after this, because we have an event, a non-sexual event coming up at the end of this month. It's a Stop the Silence event about people who are being silenced with whatever content it is that they're creating. So we're asking creators to come and bring your fan bases, see if you can get some live tips. We'll also be paying creators to come, depending on their level of status, obviously. But we want people to come and discuss, and I'm particularly, biasedly interested in having some women creators come. But I really want people to discuss why it's so important now more than ever that we have the freedoms without censorship from God-forsaken. Every platform that can censor you now is censoring you. There's no, you can say this, and there's lists that are just obscenely long lists of words that you can't even use. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we are going to do a Stop the Silence event, and we're going to bring on some lovely women. We'd love to have you come and talk to your fan base about why it's important to you.
Yeah, sign me up.
All right, awesome. I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it. Making contacts, making connections. That's what we try to do here. And we don't know judgment. We just I'm so against censorship, and I hate all the stigmas of everybody out there. We're so we've all gotten so judgy. Such a scary place. Not just the censorship, but just the people on social media who are just out there to correct and condemn and say it's like, oh God, everybody's got an opinion these days. And sure, we're allowed. You're allowed. But I hate when that mixes with the censorship. It's just that's where things get really scary as well. So I'm glad to hear there are some alternatives out there pushing forward. And yes, bringing it full back, Britney. There you go, $1 million offer. But I think there's so much more potential in building an entirely big, charity-based drive or something that where this can go to combat the censorship, to free yourself to say what you want, to let your fans rally up for funds, be it through crypto or wherever. Huge opportunity there that, hey, reach out. You know how to get to Molly on, where do they get you? Over on Hush Network?
They can go to hushnetwork.com.
There you go, hushnetwork.com to learn more if you want to do that. Again, there is some adult content around there, just a friendly warning. So if that triggers you, don't, jump to there right away. But if you're open to seeing that type of stuff or learning more around it, definitely get some more information there.
There's no full nudity or anything crazy on that particular site. If you go directly there, you might see something as raunchy as what you see on the screen right now. That's about the end of it.
Yeah, so, well, I was going to talk about that in a second, but I'm clipping this first because I see it rotating on my screen. I I'm curious. But before we get there, I want to make sure we trim this one for the sake of YouTube so people can see a more condensed version of the topic. Make sure to subscribe to Steph the Alter Nerd and her amazing work over on YouTube. And you can check out Molly, learn more about what they're doing over at Hush at hushnetwork.com. Definitely stay in touch as we learn more about other events that you guys are throwing. Always grateful to have you guys. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, can you double check to make sure you are? YouTube does routine like cleaning sometimes and will unsubscribe you. I hear it all the time. So make sure you hit it. Hit the bell. Exactly. Smash the like, leave a comment, all that jazz to help the engagement of this. And Britney, there you go. Big offer. We're trying to help you. No pressure. Do what you want, but just keep doing you, girl. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. We are not done. Just putting this end screen on so people have it in the clipped version. Appreciate all you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.